All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Down South Up North. Hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. Matt, how we doing?
Good. Happy to be here. So let's go.
Let's attack the day, guys. Let's get straight into the athletic alert. Now, this one, it's a tough one, but we got to sound right here. Listen to Mike Trout as he's devastated as he has faced yet another season, not season ending, but a big injury for his career.
Was hitting, running, didn't feel nothing. You know, scoring from second, nothing. And then it was just like after when I did activity and I sat down and I got back up, that's when I started feeling it. And I mentioned something in like the seventh, eighth inning to the guys in there just to give them a heads up, like just to make sure, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was just one of them things. Like my body was like, I wasn't feeling it hitting, I wasn't feeling it running. It was just sore. It was just like kind of like I was kind of telling myself like maybe I just banged it on something and I didn't realize it. And then after the game, I was getting treatment and it was really sore. The plan was just to see how it felt in the morning. If you woke up and it was sore, just get it looked at and. That was the plan, and last night was tough for me to sleep. It was just aching all night, and woke up. I texted Frosty first thing, and just said, "Yeah, I think I need to just get this looked at because I just want to clear my mind a little bit." And results came back just meniscus. So.
Mike Trout, dude, this guy always starts off the season super hot. Right now, he leads the league in home runs with 10. Every year, dude. It's every year it feels like this guy gets off to an incredible start. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is the Mike Trout in 2014 that was leaping over the fence to rob a home run, that was hitting home runs, that was stealing bags," and then bam, something happens. He tore his meniscus in his left knee. The only positive I see out of this is it's not season ending, thank God. He's going to be out for at least 2 to 3 months. They're expecting a July, August return. But, dude, this guy just can't catch a break. He just can't.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't win. And you have to knock your hat to him. I mean, he reminds me of the Damian Lillard of the MLB, right? Trying to take a a team that just hasn't seen success in a very long time, and he's trying to do it by himself. I mean, he had Otani for a few years, and even they couldn't get it done. So I think it's an organizational problem, dude. It's just he's cursed. He's cursed. I mean, he's one of, if not the greatest baseball player of all time. And now it's his fourth this is a serious injury. And it's his fourth one in as many years. And you're sitting there, you're like, if you're the Angels, what do you do? Because are they really going to win without him? I mean, they're already around average 500 team with him.
They don't have Otani anymore.
I don't think they're gonna go until July or August and have a record that can compete. And even if he comes back in late July, you're only getting him for about a month and a half to two-ish months. I don't see it. I don't see why he's going to come back and make any noise. I mean, unless it's a ridiculous comeback. But if history's told us anything, the Angels are the Angels. Sad, terrible organization that doesn't know how to win games. And I just hate it. I hate it for Mike Trout because he's such a generational talent. And to see it being wasted in Los Angeles and the way it's been going for the last couple of years, it's just... It's terrible. It's terrible for the league. It's terrible for baseball. But most importantly, it's terrible for Mike Trout.
It sucks, dude. I'm looking at their 40-man right now, and this organization is just cursed. First, you get Anthony Rendon, who just came off a World Series win. He steals your money, a huge contract. I don't know the numbers off the top of the head, so I don't want to butcher it, but he robbed you, and he hasn't done shit. He gets booed at every home game. Mike Trout, this is his fourth straight season with a huge injury.
Yeah,
And
not like a week-to-week thing either.
no, like he's out for like months and weeks. And May 18th, 2021, calf strain. July 15th, 2022, his back. July 4th of last year, fractured hamate. And then this year, torn meniscus. So this guy just can't stay healthy, man. It's just so sad to see. Like, it is such a pleasure to watch a fully healthy Mike Trout because this is one of the few players, like everyone around the league, it doesn't matter what team you are or what team you're a fan of or whatever, everyone wants to see this guy succeed. And when he does, everyone's like, yeah, let's go, Mike. Like, dude, you're fucking killing it. Let's go. And then this happens, and it's just, damn, dude, this guy can't catch a break. Like, I thought they signed my boy Washington, our third base coach for the Atlanta Braves last season, to be their head coach. I thought that was going to be a huge change. Obviously not. Like, that organization is just so cursed, dude. They can't catch a break. I mean, you got decent players. Like, you have Taylor Ward, who isn't terrible. You got a veteran in Kevin Pillar, but that's not the same Toronto's Blue Jay Kevin Pillar that we know and love. It's just like, damn, dude. This organization just can't catch a break.
And Mike Trout's not even halfway through his contract, dude. Like,
yeah.
Back in 2019, he signed a 12-year, $426 million contract. Now, if this contract lasts, he's playing until 2030 or through the 2030 season. I mean, you're not even halfway through, and you've had 4 straight years of just injuries. Can't stay healthy. I mean, does he reconsider his career path after this year?
He wants to play baseball. Like, this guy, he's a huge competitor. He just, I mean, dude, playing professional baseball, you love to be out there with your teammates and compete every single day, but he can't stay healthy, dude. I think it's an organization thing. Like, is it a load management issue? Is that even a thing as an outfielder in MLB? Like, I don't know what it is, dude. He just can't stay healthy, and it sucks. If I was him, I would talk to the front office at the end of this season. She's like, hey, guys, listen, like, I've been here since I was a rookie. I've made some great plays. I've had some great memories.
He's now 32.
But, dude, like, they don't make the playoffs. I think they made the playoffs, once in his career?
Once in his career.
Yeah, once against, I think it was the Royals or something. And the Royals, I don't know if that was the year they went on to win the World Series or what.
2015, that would have been.
I think they did win the World Series that year. So it's just like, Mike Trout, dude, you're wasting your prime years for a shit organization where you're just getting hurt all the time. Like, I know he doesn't like sitting on the couch and watching his teammates just lose and lose and lose and lose.
Yeah, because that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they do. And they're in a tough division. They're in the AL West. That's a really tough division. You got the Angels. You got the Rockies are not in there, I don't think. I think that's NL West. Let me see who's in the AL West. Because I was thinking of
Orioles. Or I'm sorry, no, they're not in the AL West.
Yeah, Angels, it's Mariners, Rangers, Athletics, and Astros.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is the Astros have been running that division for so long, and bro, the Angels have a better record than them.
Barely.
Like, barely. But still, like, the Mariners, that's a really good ball club. The Rangers, they just won the World Series. So if I'm Mike Trout, I just go to the front office at the end of this season. Just be like, hey, guys, like, I need to get out. I just want to leave. Like,
yeah, because I don't see it working. It hasn't worked for the past decade. And are we really going to think to ourselves in a division with the Astros, the Rangers, and the Mariners, who are all, I mean, Astros are having a pretty down year thus far, but those teams aren't really going anywhere for at least the foreseeable future. And the Athletics, I mean, God help them wherever they play, but they're not going to be bad forever. And then if you're the Angels, it's like you're just wasting money. You're wasting a lot of money on Mike Trout. So are you doing this for publicity? Do you still need a spotlight on you? You just took 2 of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game and you didn't even make the playoffs.
You just Otani had season-ending injuries when he was with the Angels.
Right.
He fucked up his elbow.
So
I don't know if it was
now we have
Tommy
to
John or
do we look at the medical staff, and is that where we have to point the finger? I don't think it's that much of a coincidence a guy of his talent gets hurt 4 years in a row for an extensive amount of time like this.
yeah, it's just super sad to see, dude. Like I said, like everyone in the baseball community loves Mike Trout. We want to see this guy be on the field every day, hitting home runs, competing. Like, bro, when it's all said and done, and when we're like 40 or 50, and people are talking about Mike Trout on how great he could have been, we're gonna say, dude, he was the Angels for so many years.
Yeah.
He was the Angels organization until Otani came along in 2018. But still, Mike Trout from 2014 to 2018, he was the face of the Angels. There was no one else even close. So it sucks to see, dude. Damn. I mean, hopefully you recover quick and you get out back on the field somewhat quick, but it sucks, dude.
Yeah. But with that being said, we're going to get into our sports story of the day. All right, Kyle, what do you got for us?
On this day, May 1st, back in, I think it was the 1989 or 1990, Ricky Henderson, baby, became the all-time stolen base leader. Yeah, on May 1st, 1991, he stole his 939th bag to pass Lou Brock to become the all-time stolen base leader. When you talk about like records, some records not being broken, I think this is one that may never be broken. I mean, maybe since you can only pick off twice now to each person on base. But dude, like that's crazy. Like this guy has 1,400 stolen bases in total.
1,300?
Bro, 1,400.
1,400.
He stole 130 bags in 1982, becoming the only AL player in history to do so. To steal even over 100. And he's done it 3 times. He did it in 80, 82, and 83.
How many did your boy Acuna have last year?
He had a 40-60 season, I think. Yeah, so I think he stole
Damn.
60.
And people were going nuts over that.
That was crazy. But dude, Ricky Henderson, no one's ever gonna beat this record. Yeah, Ronald Acuna had a 40-60 last season, but imagine if he stole 70 more bases.
Yeah, like more than double that.
That is crazy. Ricky Henderson, one of the greatest players in my opinion. Super fast, just bang, you blink and he's already standing on second base. So that's just legendary, dude. Like you talk about Wilt scoring 100, no one's ever going to beat that. No one is ever going to beat Ricky Henderson's stolen base record. There's no way, dude.
In one season.
Maybe Ronald, but that's like maybe 20 years down the line.
And that's in total 1,400.
1,400 in his career.
Jeez, dude. That's a hell of a story. All right, getting into mine. Talking about around the 80s as well. One of the worst trades, I don't even think this is opinion based. One of the worst trades in NFL history. So the USFL is back. But a lot of people forget that it actually was a thing from 1983 to 1985. Only lasted 3 seasons. In their launch year, there was a quarterback that had a little test trial with them by the name of Steve Young. Played for the LA Express. Didn't really have a great time there. Was a little frustrated, so he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go to the NFL. 1984 comes around. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the first overall pick, and they go with Steve Young. Well, he only lasted 2 seasons there. Went 3-16 as a starter. Just terrible. Just did not work. So what do the Bucks do? They're like, this guy's a bust. Steve Young, right? Steve Young is a bust for the Buccaneers organization. 1987 rolls along, and they take a quarterback out of Miami by the name of Vinny Testaverde, who had a great year. Lasted 20 years in the NFL, great career, not necessarily in Tampa. But they send Young packing out west, and he backs up a guy by the name of Joe Montana, and later goes on to win 3 Super Bowl rings, 2 as a backup and 1 as a starter. And in that 1 as a starter was a 1994-95 season where he threw for a Super Bowl record that still stands today of 6 touchdowns passing against the then San Diego Chargers. And yeah, that was a great move by Tampa Bay in 1987 to do that, to trade him to the 49ers and for Steve Young to be still one of the best quarterbacks of all time and damn sure one of the best backups of all time. But I don't know. I mean, if you're the Bucks, they waited a long time. Testaverde, he didn't even do anything in Tampa either. They had to.
He played for the Jets, right? Is that where he found his success?
Yeah, that's where he was pretty successful. But still, man, I mean, trading Steve Young is kind of crazy. You take him first overall. And I understand things didn't work out. And maybe he did learn under Joe Montana rather than just being put in those shoes from the get-go. But still, dude, I mean, you look at Steve Young, man, generational for his time. I mean, you talk about a mobile quarterback, and he was left-handed. I mean, that throws off everything for a defense. So I don't know if it was the coaching in Tampa, just the organization as a whole, but just one of the craziest trades in sports history. Take NFL out of the equation. One of the craziest trades in sports history. Steve Young not lasting in Tampa and being shipped out to San Francisco, and we all know what happened.
That's so wild. Like, you think about like players being drafted by one team and they go to another, like Kobe Bryant, for example. He got drafted by the Hornets, but never played a game in the Hornets uniform. But Steve Young, he went 3-16. That's just like, that stuff is so interesting to me. Like, Steve Young was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Like, I did not know that.
First overall pick.
Yeah, first overall pick. He was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Like, that's so crazy.
You just don't see that.
Yeah, you don't see that, dude. There's something wrong with Tampa Bay, dude. Like, I rewatched but the Bo Jackson 30 for 30, and he was going to be drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he just flat out said, he was like, if I get drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I will not play a single down of football for them. I just ain't fucking doing it. I ain't doing it. Like, there's something wrong with Tampa Bay, dude. There's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he got drafted by them. I thought he was just San Fran all the way through. He got drafted by them. He sat behind Joe Montana all those years, and then bang, he got his time and won himself a Super Bowl. So,
yeah,
that's
Bucks,
a hell of a story.
The Bucks considered him a bust too. I mean, think of that, dude. You go out and you draft another quarterback 3 years later. And it's like, all right, going out west, learning from the best, and worked out pretty well.
I'm sure there's other stories like that. I just can't think it off the top of my head. If you guys know any stories like that where a team drafts a quarterback or a running back or whoever, and their first couple of years is just so shit, but they go on to another team and just become a superstar, please comment down below, because that stuff is so intriguing to me. But Matt, that's a hell of a story. Let's get straight into the gaming exchange. Matt, it is getting closer and closer to NCAA Football 25.
I know you're excited.
I'm very excited, dude. I've still been playing the old NCAAs, NCAA 14, 12, 11, 13. It don't matter, dude. I love those games. And we just got some more details about the cover athlete, which is huge in my opinion. You always got to care about the cover athlete. I'm sure you got some other information as well, but I'm just going to tag this first. They did come out, or some dude found out through some leaks or whatever on his podcast, and he said, hey, the cover athlete will be a current player. It will not be like a Lamar Jackson or I'm trying to think of
Johnny Football.
yeah, Johnny Football or a Baker Mayfield. It's not going to be any of that. It's going to be a current player. I think there's 2 players you got to go, maybe 3, and 2 of them are on the same team. You got to go Shadur or you got to go Travis Hunter.
Oh.
Or this is bias, or you go Carson Beck. One of those 3, but I think you got to go Travis. There's no way you don't.
Yeah, I mean, especially the hype around it.
That's what I'm saying. Like he plays 2 positions. He's a corner and a
Yeah,
wide receiver,
I
and
guess
he's
I could see
elite at
that.
both. Like that's you got to go him. I always thought it was going to be Nick Saban. That would be hard.
Well, I was gonna say, like, look, I'm glad they're giving it to the players, but like, how perfect would it be if the greatest coach in college history is on the cover? I mean, seriously.
That's what I always thought. I was like, hey, it's got to be Saban, and I'm a Georgia fan. Like that hurts me to say it, but he's the greatest coach of all time. Like, dude, last season, no one believed in Alabama and took him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
He beat the defending champs in the SEC championship.
Yep.
Like, is that not enough?
I know. I mean, obviously they didn't win it all, but they were playing cheaters.
You're 1 play away. I mean, your center has 2 brain cells. If your center had some sense, like
yeah, but then again, they also a couple of those times, like the what was it, the game against Auburn, where they're in the corner of the end zone. Isaiah Bond had the toe tap touchdown. Like Auburn, what are you doing, dude? Fourth and goal from like the 30-yard line. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, come on, dude.
That is kind of crazy. But you said you got some other information on it. Hit me, because I have.
Yeah. So Matt Brown from Extra Points, he tweeted out that there will be multiple cover athletes.
Okay? Oh, okay.
Yes, there will be multiple, and the plan is to have each cover athlete represent a power conference. Now, not every single power conference is going to get a cover athlete. Obviously, they can only pick and choose. But he also said from his sources that there will be at least one surprising pick. So I don't know what that means. One surprising pick could be anything. It could be a coach. It could be a player. It could be somebody that we just never really expected to be on the cover.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so definitely some good details there. I think it's good though for the game. You don't just go one guy, have one guy represent. I am interested though. I mean, you said it's got to be a current player, which I'm just like, dang, dude, they have so many great players. I mean, you could put.
Imagine a Lamar Jackson cover.
Imagine a Bo Jackson or a Vince Young or a Reggie Bush. Look, Reggie Bush might be the surprising pick.
That would be so crazy. Maybe like recreate his NCAA 07 cover.
Yeah.
Maybe recreate it. Bro, that would be, or just him holding his Heisman Trophy.
Yeah,
that would be hard.
Look, surprising pick. It might be Reggie Bush.
Honestly, it's probably gonna be Reggie Bush, but damn. So they're kind of going like the NBA 2K16 route, where they had 3 separate covers. You had the Steph Curry cover, you had the AD cover, and was KD the last one? No, it was James Harden, right? It was James.
It was Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, and James Harden.
So, all right, I don't hate that. I like that because you have one cover per conference. So, SEC, it could be Jalen Milroe, it could be Carson Beck, it could be really anybody. And then ACC, the thing is, are they doing like CUSA? Are they doing the Mountain
Well,
West
I mean,
conference?
it said not every conference will get one. I highly doubt that, and like, I think only Power 5. I'm just going to say all Power 5. I'm going to say Big 12. Well, they're not going to do the Pac 4. I'm going to say the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC, and the ACC definitely will get one. I could be wrong. But from there, like the Big East, you can't do somebody from the Big East.
No.
But then, you know, look at teams like Notre Dame. Is Notre Dame going to get recognition?
Me personally, I think they're in the ACC because isn't that where their basketball team? That's their
Yeah,
conference
but
for
their football is
basketball.
not.
Yeah, their football is they're no conference. So I don't know. That's very interesting though, because that's where I got the other information, Matt Brown, but I didn't from Extra Point, but I didn't see that there's going to be multiple different athletes. Dude, that's interesting. It's got to be my prediction. It's going to be Reggie Bush holding his Heisman, or it's going to be Nick Saban with like maybe a John Madden esque cover,
Right.
like maybe him holding the his first championship with Bama, or him being on the shoulders of a player, something like that, dude. That would be incredibly hard.
Or maybe him,
But yeah, I'm
you know, the picture of him winning the first title with Alabama
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's holding up
with the confetti falling down and everything.
yeah, the
Yeah,
BCS
yeah,
before it was the national championship
yeah,
trophy.
yeah.
That's gonna be, dude. I'm so excited for that game, dude. Like, there's
July 19th, baby.
July
Mark
19th,
your
baby.
calendar.
Dude, I'm about to take like Kennesaw State, New Mexico State, Georgia State. Like, I'm taking all these shitty programs to the moon, dude. That's gonna be so much fun, dude. Oh my God, I'm so excited, man. But guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode of Down South Up North. This was a fun episode, dude. I loved it. I loved the NCAA. That honestly got me even more excited for the game.
Yep.
Fucking can't wait. The Steve Young story. I didn't even know that, and sadly, we had to talk about our boy Mike Trout. But Matt, what'd you think about today?
It's good. A lot of good stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to.
So,
guys, if you have any ideas about segments or any topics you want us to talk about, please comment down below. If you want to see any other series, like me and Matt been talking about, some rebuilds or anything like that, just if you guys are interested, please comment down below. Any feedback is appreciated. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.